Sorry for the delay, everyone. We'd like to call this reorganization. I'd like to call this reorganization meeting for the Cherry Hill Board of Education to order. Public notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act has been given by the Board Secretary on December 21st, 2023 in the following manner. Posted notice on the school bulletin board at the Administration Building, transmitted to the Courier Post, Philadelphia Inquirer, and the Clerk of Cherry Hill Township. Will you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Mr. Green, would you please administer the oath of office to our newly elected board members? Sure. All right. So the vote, which took place on November 7th of 2023, we had 7 candidates. Kimberly Gallagher received 8,473 votes. Jennifer Sharman, 5,845 votes. Nick Gaudio, 5,299 votes. John Brannigan, 4,668 votes. Renee Sherfain, 6,078 votes. Miriam Stern, 8,239 votes. And Anita Corinne Elmore Stratton, 5,834 votes. And this evening, we will be swearing in Mrs. Gallagher, Ms. Stern, and Mrs. Sherfain.
Right over here. So I'm going to recite 3 oaths, which you will then repeat after me. I will go slowly. There are 3 separate ones. Under statute in New Jersey, to accommodate religious freedom, no one is required to swear. You can affirm if you prefer to do that. No one is required to state, "So help me God," if your conscience or religious beliefs prevent you from doing that. Repeat after me. Raise your right hand. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state under the authority of the people. So help me God. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of the Cherry Hill Board of Education. I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to RS 19:4-1. I am not disqualified due to conviction of a crime or offense listed in RS 18A:12-1, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability. So help me God. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I have undergone a criminal history background investigation. History background investigation. Sorry, I went too far. For the purpose of ensuring that I am not disqualified from membership due to conviction of a crime or offense listed in RS 18A:12-1. This says, and the results are still pending, but we have all the results back, so you don't have to say that part. So congratulations.
Okay, so now that we have our newly seated board, we will do our roll call for our new board. Mrs. Sherfain.
Here.
Kind of unfair to make you the first one, right? Mrs. Gallagher,
Here.
Mr. Greenbaum,
Here.
Mr. Mayor,
Here.
Dr. Rude,
Here.
Ms. Stern,
Here.
Mrs. Tong,
Here.
Mrs. Winters.
Here.
Okay, we will now open for nominations for board president. Greenbaum.
I would like to nominate Miriam Stern for president.
Okay, we will now close nominations for board president. And we will take a roll call vote. Mrs. Sherfain,
No.
Mrs. Gallagher,
No.
Mr. Greenbaum,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
Dr. Rude,
Yes.
Ms. Stern,
Yes.
Mrs. Tong,
Yes.
Mrs. Winters.
Yes.
Congratulations, Ms. Stern.
Thank you, Mrs. Sugars. And now we will take nominations for the board vice president. I'm opening the floor. Anyone? Mrs. Winters?
I'd like to nominate Mr. Mayor for vice president.
Okay, any other nominations? Okay, so Mrs. Sugars, I'll take the roll call now for the vote. Okay, so we will take the roll call for the vote.
Mrs. Sherfain,
No.
Mrs. Gallagher,
Yes.
Mr. Greenbaum,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
Dr. Rude,
Yes.
Ms. Stern,
Yes.
Mrs. Tong,
Yes.
Mrs. Winters.
Yes.
Okay, congratulations. And now we will move on to appointments. So for the district representative to the Camden County School Boards Association Executive Committee, I would recommend that Mrs. Sally Tong be appointed as the district's representative.
Thank
I
you, Mrs.
accept,
Stern.
I guess. Maybe a little more formal than normal, but okay. And also for the district representative to the New Jersey School Boards Association, so it's statewide, I also recommend Mrs. Tong to be appointed to that.
Oh, thank you for that again.
Absolutely. For the district representative to Camden County Educational Services Commission, I'd recommend Mrs. Gallagher, if you would like that, to be appointed to the Camden County Ed Services Commission. So, great, thank you, congratulations. And for the Public Agency Compliance Officer, it is recommended that Mrs. Lynn Sugars be appointed as the Public Agency Compliance Officer for the Board of Education for bids, bid specifications, construction contracts, and procurement and professional and service contracts for a term commencing on January 3rd, 2024 until reorganization in January 2025. Do I have a second? Mrs. Winters and Mrs. Sugars, can you call the vote on that, please?
Mrs. Sherfane,
Yes.
Mrs. Gallagher,
Yes.
Mr. Greenbaum,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
Dr. Rude,
Yes.
Ms. Stern,
Yes.
Mrs. Tong,
Yes.
Mrs. Winters.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. We now move on to, I make a motion to approve the following items. The code 5.1, the Code of Ethics, 6.1, the designation of official newspaper, 7.1, board meeting dates and advertisements. Do I have a second? Mr. Mayor. Mrs. Sugars, can you call the vote, please?
Mrs. Sherfane,
Can I abstain from that?
Mrs. Gallagher,
Yes.
Mr. Greenbaum,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
Dr. Rude,
Yes.
Ms. Stern,
Yes.
Mrs. Tong,
Yes.
Mrs. Winters.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Now we move on to our public comment. Public comment is an opportunity to speak on matters related to our district or Board of Education. If you would like to speak now, you will have 3 minutes. We will alternate between speakers here in the room and those who are online. If you are a student in the district, please identify yourself as you will be given priority to speak first. Each speaker will be given a maximum, of 3 minutes. The timer on the screen will indicate the amount of time you have remaining. Public comment is an opportunity for members of the community to comment on matters relevant to the operations of Cherry Hill Public School District or within the authority of the Cherry Hill Board of Education. The board welcomes diverse opinions on relevant matters. Under established federal law governing reasonable restrictions on speech in public forums, statements which demean individual community members or groups or which are irrelevant to the operations of the school district or are repetitive will not be permitted. Community members who would like to present information not relevant to the school district are always welcome to communicate directly to the superintendent, board president, and all board members via email or other alternative means. Okay, so we always start in the room. If anyone would like to make a public comment, again, we would always want to give students a chance first. So if there's a current student in our district, you're welcome to speak first. If not, then an adult who is not a student in our district is welcome to speak. And we will start in the room. It looks like we have a former board president who would like to speak. So if you would kindly state your name and your municipality as if you didn't know that.
Is this on? Can you hear me? Good.
Yes, yes.
Andy McElvain, Cherry Hill. Forgive me for reading as I get older. It's harder to memorize this stuff. Greetings and congratulations to the new board. You have a lot of work to do in the next 12 months, work that has long-term implications for the future of the children of our community. The primary responsibility you take on when you take the oath is to do the best that you can on a nonpartisan basis to prepare our children for the future in which they will live. Your job is not made any easier by the divisive and continuous noise from online trolls about the content of the curriculum with which they do not agree and the purported ideological motivation of the board and administration. Their tactics are well known: distort the facts or invent their own, repeat endlessly and loudly, and deflect to another subject when challenged, all designed to elicit a response that perpetuates the cycle. Some questions for the board's consideration as it proceeds through the next 12 months. Do their attacks on the personal and professional integrity of the administration and the board have anything to do with providing the best education for our children in our community? Do we improve our schools with negativity or by telling educators what they cannot teach? Should we not be encouraging the possible for our kids' future? How do we stop the division and the promotion of hate in our community based on race, ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation, or any other category one can conceive? By limiting what we teach and how we teach it. Is hate going to disappear on its own if not presented and discussed? In doing what the online pundits propose by limiting ideas to which they are exposed, are we not crippling our children's education? I'm reminded in taking the mic this evening that I did so for the first time more than 30 years ago. My advice based on long experience: do not ignore the noise. There has always been noise in Cherry Hill. Rather, consider it if it has any merit, decide on a course of action, and do what you think is right. But always keep foremost in your minds your primary responsibility: building a better future for the children of Cherry Hill through providing a best education possible. Education by its nature must be aspirational and something we should continue throughout our lives. I'm happy to say that at age 75, I still take joy in learning new things. And as I get older, there are more new things. Give Cherry Hill your best considered effort, and our kids will benefit throughout your lives. Good luck to you all. If it was easy, anybody could do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McIlvaine, for your service too. And we go to the line, and it's Alana Yares.
Alana Yaris, Cherry Hill, congratulations. As elected to the Cherry Hill Board of Education, I would remind of duties. You're responsible for representing all of Cherry Hill. That means you should favor all sides of town equally. You should look at education and the whole child, leave decision-making and research to the experts. You should question what the superintendent is recommending with competing with competent and thoughtful questions. You should guide the district to be the best it can be. That means you should hire the best superintendent for all 11,000 plus students in this district, not the superintendent who is best for you and your child or children. You should model the behavior you want our students and community to exhibit. You should work together to get the job done. You should include everyone. You can disagree, but you should not be disagreeable. I voted for many of you, and although I did not vote for all of you, you were all elected by a majority of the vote in Cherry Hill. You should hear, sorry, hold on one second. You should behave like civilized adults and welcome everyone to the table. You should hear from all voices and not just your friends. You should be representative of the population in Cherry Hill. You should work to fix the problems in the district that have been brought to your attention with the guidance of the staff who you have approved for hiring at the recommendation of the superintendent. The staff you hire should be the best there is. That means you should hire the best superintendent there is, someone who you can work with to further the district and all of the potential it has. You should work to fix special education so that these students are not bussed all around town and move from school to school when they phase out of their special education classes. Decisions should be made that are thoughtful and methodical and make sense. If you have a question, don't be afraid to ask for help. Utilize the resources you have and the experts in the room. Don't rely on yourself. There is no I in team, and I hope this entire board realizes that. A board member serves at the betterment of we and not me. We, just like West and East. You must include we for Cherry Hill.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else in the room who'd like to speak? Okay, we go back to the line, and it's the phone number ending in 891.
Hi, my name is Jeff Podowitz, and I live in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Unfortunately, I missed most of what was said. 2 years ago, the amount of money that 2 years ago, I'm sorry, right, 2 years ago, from the year 2021, 2022, the total revenue was approximately $217 million. Last year, the total revenue, according to the user-friendly budget, was $252 million. And this year, in the user-friendly budget for this year, that's 2023, 2024, the user-friendly budget is $292 million. That's over a 3-year period, an increase of $75 million from 2021, 2022 to this year. Actually, that's about approximately a 2-year period. That is a huge increase, and I don't know where the money's going, and that bothers me. We have so much increases. That's a huge increase, and a huge increase in our tax levy. 2, special education. I heard something about ICR classes at one time, and that the kids in college prep and honors and AP do not have ICR classes, and they should be. They should be given the same support in those in that they get in other level classes in those, so they can reach their full potential like any other child. For years, and that's back since 2006 and 2005, in capital reports I read, special education students in general by administration has been treated like a stepchild. That has got to stop. And I noticed it back then when a capital report was done on Cherry Hill West. A committee of CHEPTA analyzed the special ed portion. I saw it back then, almost 20 years ago. Things have not changed. In fact, things have gotten worse. So that needs to change. ICR classes at higher levels need to be done. Thank you very much. Bye.
Okay, we go back to the room. If there's anybody else who would like to speak? I think you know what to do.
Maybe. Dr. Yoni Iris, Cherry Hill. First and foremost, congratulations to the new board members. A special congratulations to Ms. Stern and Mr. Mayor on breaking the curse. It's really exciting during this very important year that we, for the first time in far too long, will have a president and vice president staying in place for the second year. I could not be more excited about that, to have you guys continue and not have to re-go through a relationship building process, that we get to hit the ground running. We haven't done that in a really long time. I'm grateful for the board and seeing the wisdom and maintaining the ship as it's been going. Since September, and since we've now shifted into this vision of Cherry Hill, you guys have been incredible. And I'm incredibly grateful that we have the two of you steering the ship as we enter this tumultuous time period, selecting a new superintendent, moving forward, and this ever-changing world of education. To all of you around this table, it does not get easy. Mr. Bracklevine put it perfectly as he sat there where you sat. I have not done that. One of us is a smart person in that. So just thank you for all the time. I know how much time your families will be sacrificing this month, especially as you go through the interview process, budget season, and as the first 5 months of the year take a tremendous amount of sacrifice. So I thank your families for what they will be offering you up to us to make our community better. And just really appreciation, as today is the beginning of School Board Appreciation Month. So I just want to really just make this all about appreciating all that you do and all that you will be doing for the next year. And if any support that I can do from this side of the room, you know where to find me. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, if there's anybody else for public comment? I don't think we have any more in the room. Last chance. Online, no name. So I'm going to close public comment. And I believe that we are now ready to adjourn. We will move into our curriculum and instruction meeting, which will be next, our committee meeting. So I make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second? Mr. Greenbaum, all in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Meeting is adjourned.